What up, y'all? Juggastoned here, and today we're gonna fix a flat bike tire. Juggastone's Funhouse! Yeah! Has this ever happened to you? You're riding your bicycle and all of a sudden you hear a thwomp, 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 thwomp noise, and you look back and you've got a flat. You find your way home, and now you gotta change your bike tire. What are you to do? Well, today I'm gonna show you. So the first thing we gotta do is get our tire off. Now, there are two different types of tire rods that we have. We have the standard bolt with nuts on each side, and that is what you find in most cheap bicycles. Most bicycles have moved on to what we now have standard, the quick release. Now with the quick release, it's just this, right here. Pop. You can slide that bad boy right off. It's our back tire, so we have to worry about the gears. Now you might find you're stuck on the brakes. To detach your brake line, squeeze it together. This pops out. You can release. Let it fall out. Pull it out past. And now you're like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Easy. Pop that bad boy. Find yourself a good chair and lean it right there. Now comes the real fun part. Anybody can take a wheel off a bike. Can you take a tire off a wheel? To do this, we're going to use these bad boys. Now, the way this works, we got our edged side and we got our hook side. We take our edge side, work it underneath the tire itself, hook it right on one of the spokes. Then we take a second one, hook it, wheel it all the way around. Boom! We've done it. So now we can pull our tire out. Now there's something we want to do. Before we get this out, we want to remember what side of the wheel it's on. So we have our valve as our reference. Pull it out, pump it up, figure out where the air is coming out of. We're going to pump this bad boy up, give it some good pressure, holding it how it was in our wheel. We're going to slowly put our hands around it until we find where the air is coming out of. So I found the hole. It's right here. It's this tiny little pinprick. So I'm going to take my hand, look at the tire, remember how I had it in here, and I'm going to feel around the tire and see if I can't find something sharp in that general area that caused this hole to happen. Now, sometimes you run over something and it's gone. It's not in your tire anymore, but it did its damage and you're going to lose air. So that's kind of a best case scenario, because it means you don't have to repair your tire itself. But sometimes, I just pulled a piece of glass out, but sometimes, you know, you got a little nail in there, or you got a little screw, or something. You can see it, you can pull it out. Depending on how bad it ruined your tire, you might have to replace your tire altogether. But little pinpricks, that's not going to cause any damage. So now it's time to install the new tube in our tire. Let's open it up. Boom, bang, bang. Free rubber band. So now we have our new tire. Before we install it, we want to pump it up just a little bit so it has some real form and we can slide it inside of the tire itself with more ease. Now that we have our tube to a better size, take our wheel, find the valve hole, pull the tire out, slide the tube in roughly where the valve hole is. Get the valve in, and then just start turning your tire while you work the tube in there. If you find you have too much tube compared to tire, you can always depress the valve stem a little, deflate it, and get it in there all the way. Now this part's fun. Take that flat end that we used to pull the tire off the wheel earlier, and we work this in. Just like this. And you just push it around the tire. Nice and easy. Now we're going to pump this bad boy up just a little bit. Now you want to inspect it once more to make sure that the tube is not sticking out. If you have any bulges, you need to deflate it, pressing in the little valve stem like you did earlier, and fix it, and then pump it up again. Now for the fun part, getting the tire back on the bike. With the front, it's a lot easier. You just slide it on in, make sure that it's even with the brake pads, and you're done. You seal up the quick release, and you keep on your merry way. With the back, you've got gears. You want to make sure that this is on the right side with all the chain and the derailleur and all that fun stuff. I'm going to take our bike, lift it up, slide the wheel in, take the bottom part of the chain, very bottom part of the chain, work it onto the gear itself. Then you depress this, take the very top of the chain, work it on the gear itself. Then you slide it down into here. Now you can reattach your brake line. Take this little piece right here, fit it right here. Now before you call it done and sealed up, you want to flip your bike over, spin the wheel, and make sure that your brake pads aren't rubbing the whole time that it's riding. If we don't see any rubbing here, then we're good. If we do, we flip our bike over, we make sure that it's in line going this way before we seal our quick release again. Just make sure that your bike has got a full air tire. This one needs a little more. And go about your merry day. Whee! Whee! Oh shit! This has been another great episode of Juggastoned Talks. Today we covered how to change a tube on a bike. Be sure to check us out on Mondays when we do reviews, Wednesdays when we do random talks, sometimes we're cooking stuff. You never know. Tune in, you'll find out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, have a great day.